Well, primarily women visit the Women's Center, although we do have men students that do come to us for social and health referrals, and believe it or not, for one-on-one as well. When they're stressed out and they want to speak to someone, they come to the Women's Resource Center. But primarily our students come from a few areas that they're usually women who have children. Many of them are single parents, and so it's hard for them to balance school, raising their child, and perhaps even a part-time or a full-time position. So that's one type of student that comes to us. The other cases that we have are women in crisis, and it can be anything from a domestic violence situation or an eviction notice, the financial situation. It's usually, it's a personal issue. And so they come for some relief. Do you know where I can go, where I can get this type of information, a food pantry or a place to live, or where I can move. I don't know what to do about this. And thirdly, they just come to have a place to problem solve.
Clearly, the college serves a population of women with many needs that are more severe and more pronounced than you would find at private schools. And I think the foundation world has become very aware that we have a pool of students, women students, who are kind of a line between two worlds. One is a world where they could fall into poverty, or they'd come to BMCC where they have a chance to really make it and become economically self-sufficient. And both those conversations came up in my conversations with the Helena Rubinstein Foundation and the Liz Claiborne Foundation, that they know that students, the women at the community colleges, are probably going there because they have nowhere else to go, and there's an opportunity to really impact their lives by helping them. Well, what Debbie Parker, the director of the Women's Resource Center, and I did was I met with her and I asked her if she could come up with a series or a group of programs that, if funded through the Women's Resource Center, would make a real difference for women at the college. And what she did was she came up with, the first program was a sister-to-sister mentoring program. The second was a group of workshops, which she already has in place, but if funded, she'd be able to enhance. The third was her annual leadership retreat, and the fourth area was an emergency fund. Actually, there was another area, support for the respite room. So we sent this request out to both Helena Rubinstein and the Liz Claiborne Foundations, and we actually divided up the programs we asked each to support. We didn't ask them to support all those programs. We asked Helena Rubinstein to support the development of workshops and the Student Emergency Fund, and they decided to fund both of those. We asked the Liz Claiborne Foundation to support the sister-to-sister mentoring program, and they supported that.
The Helena Rubinstein Foundation is funding the workshops and emergency funds. And the workshops are very important. I believe that the Helena Rubinstein sees what we see in our students, what they need. Our students are coming to college to learn information, to become economically independent people. But at the same time, since some of our students missing, they don't have mentoring at home or coaching, lack of information. And then enhancing the workshop model gives them an additional push, gives them that helping hand, a little something extra that they can learn outside of the classroom because they don't necessarily have it in their communities or at home. And so their vision and their vision of how to help people rise out of poverty is the same. And the emergency funds sort of goes along that line of thought, is because, like, students come and something will happen. I have a student the other day who came and says, I'm being evicted. But they've had a notice for several months, but they just didn't know how to navigate the legal system, thinking that it wasn't going to become real with all the responsibilities of school, and then also having two small children. They allowed themselves to be put in a position where eviction is imminent. The person is graduating, that tremendous pressure to take finals, and then the Monday before finals to have to be. So we want to be able to, a little helping hand. Maybe if we had some money to help with maybe paying the rent for a month or two, and this person can graduate and have a college degree just in a short 2 months, I think it would make a world of difference. The Liz Claiborne Foundation they are going to fund our sister-to-sister mentoring program. And we're very excited about this program. But this is a program that we're going to reach out to students when they first come to college, as opposed to after they come onto campus and they're looking for help. We're actually going to reach out to new students, and we're going to say, we have a mentoring program, and we're going to invite them in so that now from the very beginning that they first start school, they have someone working with them. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're having problems with academics or they're having family problems, but we're going to work with students right on the onset from the first that we says, look, we're here and we're going to help you out to walk you through this process through college.
I think in how we define those programs, we made a very strong case. First of all those programs support real, important, legitimate needs of our students. They all have enormous validity and strength in and of themselves. And I think we made a very good case. I think if we had interchanged those requests to both those foundations, it wouldn't have mattered. I think any foundation would have found the workshops, the sister-to-sister mentoring program, the emergency fund, which were the programs funded, all enormously important and providing significant benefit to our students.